Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, good afternoon, bird. I'm sitting here on one of the most beautiful days I've seen this spring yet. Mr. Blue Jay's sitting on the wire. The sun is just creeping through these trees. Maybe I'll give you a little look. Check him out. Getting some goods for his nest. I love birds. I just wanted to say embrace whatever you're feeling. Embrace your positive and negative moments. Embrace everything that comes your way. And I don't even like saying it like that because I'm very cautious about how I word things. And I try not to say, you should do, or you need to live this way, or people should live this way, or why can't people be this way? And that's not what I mean. I'm saying whatever your personal reality is, whatever attributes you have given to life, positive or negative, really embrace them and consider them. And consider each moment to be a blessing. And this will allow you to consider all the negative moments to be nothing more than catalysts towards something greater. The bad times we have, of course, are just nothing more than lulls or, troughs before the wave. And this is one of those realities you can't argue against. The fact that you just kind of deal with it and shit happens and man up, all these terms are derived from the idea of just getting with it and getting over it. And what I find is that a lot less negative things happen to me when I change the way that I perceive things. In other words, a lot of times I've spoken with people who are afraid to maybe go on a business venture or try a relationship because they're a fear of the loss or that it may not work out. And the fear of loss is often something that keeps people back from even trying. But nothing can be lost except for trying. And failure to me is nothing more than just, like I said, it's a way to see kind of how we can do better in our lives. Just like when we get angry about something, it's a good time to really analyze our emotions and ask, why are we angry? Did somebody say something that hurt us? And if so, are we upset because A, it's completely not true, B, because it's totally true and we don't want to admit it, or C, maybe just because we respect the person and they're mistaken? We have a lot of different reasons for the things we do and the way we talk. And I think one of the greatest hurdles or obstacles to communication to overcome for people is language itself. This language that we're given is a very weak way to explain what we mean. However, it's the strongest that we know of. So we can't say, well, religion is useless, or we can't say language is useless, because people have uses for these things. We all have uses for language. In other words, if enough people consider something to be important, then it's important. And when it comes to language, I think one of the most beautiful things is that there are so many different languages. And that's allowed us to see that you can communicate with someone of a different language and be understood. This is something people have noticed, that when they go to other countries, even if they don't know any of the language, just by the demeanor and the emotions and the way a person talks, they can get a good idea of what they're trying to convey. And I think this shows us kind of a primitive glimpse of how we communicated before language. Grunts and groans or sounds, but it's more of the inflection that's put into it. Where do we give the most inflection in the language? You can say the same sentence 10 different ways and get 10 different understandings of it, just depending on how you enunciate particular parts of it. So, anyway, I'm just saying that relates to embracing everything as it comes, because I feel like a lot of folks are very upset because they can't communicate very well to other people. And many folks feel that other people are stupid, or they're dumb, that they don't realize that many people just can't express themselves. But deep down in the hearts of each one of us, at least most of us, there's an understanding and an expression that wants to come out and it's so misunderstood by other people. I mean, I know this as good as anyone. With YouTube videos, I may make a video about a particular subject and completely get taken wrong on it, merely because of one sentence or something that I say that a person picks and uses that as a to try to find a fault, or let me see how I can explain it. My life's not edited. Let's just put it that way. Life in general, and I'm not just talking about YouTube. When I'm speaking with family and friends, I'm very outspoken, and I tend to... when I was younger, I would speak before I'd think a lot, and it'd get me into trouble. So I've learned now to really think before I speak, even though it's only for a split second. It's not that I think about what I'm going to say. It's that I make sure I think about what I don't want to say. And maybe that's something I haven't realized. This is why I do these videos, to realize that refraining isn't to think about or plan what you're going to say. It's to analyze the situation to make sure you don't say something that would harm the person or have them take you wrong. If you do too much thinking about it, then you end up not saying anything and you miss the moment. So, we're all out here doing this together. And being able to find the beauty in a blade of grass is wonderful. But the novelty wears off. So life is about novelty. It's about that seeking of rewards. So the idea for me, at least, is to... Whoa. Oh, hey, squirrel. The idea for me is to make the reward worthy. To make the reward something that's non-physical, non-monetary, non-material. That the reward is being happy. The reward of seeing things positive is being happy. Doesn't mean we don't have bad days, because we sure will. So maybe let's, I'm going to take the camera off here. I'm just going to film this little squirrel up here. What's up, buddy? What are you chewing? What do you got, bro? We take the natural world for granted far too often.